You happen to know Pierre Matisse, so how was he as a dealer and as a human being?
Yes? Yes, well, Pierre Matisse is one of the very, very few dealers for whom I have an unlimited admiration. Of course, first there is my father, Pierre Loeb, Galerie Pierre. Pierre Matisse leaves France, and he remains French all the time for me. He arrives in New York. He starts working with an important gallery. Then he opens his own gallery.
Give me your feelings.
My feeling is that he knew what he wanted, what he liked. He had a French taste, and which has, of course, always been a subject of admiration. He really resisted in the 60s to the pressure in New York of the evolution of the market going towards the American artists. First, of course, the American expressionists, the generation of Pollock, de Kooning, and which he didn't show. And I understand that he didn't show Pollock. And then he always remained French, and he was very appreciated by big collectors who talked to me about him, like Joseph Hirshhorn, who was one of my best friends in New York. He had a great admiration. He was very admired. Of course, he had a very good understanding with Alfred Barr, but Alfred Barr was a man also of the 20s, the 30s, and French painting.
And it's your father who presented Miro work to
Pierre Matisse.
To Pierre Matisse.
Yes, you know, Pierre Matisse used to visit my father's gallery in the 20s, in the 30s, and one day my father pulled out some paintings by Miro, and and Pierre Matisse, in the letter he writes to me, was coming to Paris, and he didn't see anything that he really liked. He went to the Salon des Indépendants, very conventional. So my father thought, well, look, I have here a painter promoting. It's very difficult. It's very new. And he pulls out some paintings. And no positive reaction from Pierre Matisse. Well, no, Pierre, I'm sorry, I don't see the interest. And my father insists, Pierre, look, this painting, I give it to you. Painting of the 20s. I give it to you, you take it home, and you really consider it. You don't like it today, but it's there. And in his letter, Pierre Matisse writes to me, I think a few years later, I was depressed, and I thought of that painting of Miro. I pulled it out from where it was, and I had a revelation. Yes, Miro, I like.
And after that, he organized 35 exhibitions of Miro in his galleries, yes. And he gave precisely this painting to the Metropolitan, right?
Yes.
In the honor, in the memory of Pierre Loeb.
It's always mentioned in the catalogs and when the painting is shown. But moreover, my father offered him to share the contract with Miro. And it is the daughter of the sister of Pierre Matisse, Marguerite Dutuy, with whom I worked because I had a short drawing. I had many good conversations with her. She said, Miro sent the paintings to Marguerite Dutuy. She made 2 lots, and she knew the taste of my father and the taste of her brother. She made and then Pierre Matisse has his paintings and my father his own.
Merci.
Voilà. Is it enough?